everyone, and welcome to Africanews. Joining me is Pascal Davis, an in-house journalist. Hello, Pascal. Let's talk about Brexit. After 4 years of negotiations, London and Brussels finally reached an agreement on December 24th. A deal with some changes to key industries, business, free market access, and especially fishing rights. A tricky issue that could have hindered the deal.
That's right. So it was a historic agreement. We didn't know if it was going to happen or not. It was very touch and go from the get-go, both sides equally quite stubborn. Now it's very important because the UK has left the single market and customs union. Yeah. With Europe being its biggest trading partner, it was really key that there was a deal in place. So what happens now is there will be no tariffs on goods exchanges, that's taxes. So that's very good for businesses on both sides of the continent. Yeah. And for people, there's now going to be restricted movement of travel. So businesses in the UK have been told to check restrictions to see what custom checks could be in place because it could delay services. There may be fees we don't know for the moment what those will be or if they will exist and how exactly it will work. So at the moment it's still very fresh. The UK has said it has reclaimed its borders, its waters, and now it's free to trade more globally. Yeah. So it's an interesting moment.
With this Brexit deal, the United Kingdom has turned towards a much coveted partner, the African continent, whose resources arouse and attract the envy of several countries already present on the ground. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has said he wants Africa to be the UK's top trading partner. How do you think he should approach this?
Well, for a start, it's going to be very difficult because the UK will be very much behind. Yeah. China, one of the biggest investors in Africa, Brazil, the US, and also the EU. So there's going to be stiff competition for sure. Now, with the EU, it might be quite difficult because there are already many trading agreements in place. Before Brexit was done and the trade deal happened, even before then, the UK had made arrangements with some 16 African countries to continue the economic partnership, which is the same as the EU, which will allow African exports to be traded to the UK tariff-free. So yeah. Those already exist. We may see some more individually tailored agreements. For example, there's already an agreement with Egypt. So I'd expect to see a bit more of that. It also depends on what markets, for example. So, for example, Kenyan flowers and South African wine, very popular in the UK. Yeah. However, Kenya already has a deal with the Netherlands and has the infrastructure to send its flowers there. Will it want another agreement? Can the UK offer something better? We don't really know.
Pascal, you have underlined the huge consequences of Brexit on some African countries, such as Kenya, South Africa, and Nigeria, who have prior accords with this region. This means that these agreements will no longer be in force, or will have to be renegotiated from January 1st, 2021. Would this be a hard blow to these African countries?
For sure, and another blow that's going to happen particularly to South Africa, to Nigeria, where those trading agreements are in place, is what happens to the UK economy, because it is expected to contract some 2.75% of its GDP, with COVID as well, harming economies. It's very difficult, and even the UK has cut its aid budget, so we don't know how it's going to distribute aid. Will it continue to put in the same amount into Africa? So for the moment, we don't really know, but the shockwaves of Brexit even felt across South African markets. It has a lot of companies on the UK stock exchange. So it's quite difficult, and it's also important for the UK economy to develop as quickly as it can, and that will obviously have consequences on African markets too.
Thank you, Pascal Davis. While some fear that Brexit will disrupt African economies, other experts see it as a chance for change. African countries will be able to choose between any offers open to them if the divorce between the EU and the UK becomes more complicated. Thanks for joining us on Africanews.